quite a while to get on this, and what it has been. Happy Sunday once again. But no matter what, I have to stream and talk about, like, what I'm doing. Yeah, no matter what. That is like a dedicated process for me. Okay, hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a great day. Anyways, this is what it entails. We'll be talking about gigowi, just talk about some tech news. I don't know what's the plan for today. Let me have a look at. I was just postponing the stream before I finally decided to start it. And let's see. Okay. So as you know, I've been working on gigowi, and this is the whole idea. Last night I was able to do much. Let me share my code editor. And also I took note of some issues with AI working on your code. Let me see. Some issues I encounter while working on the gigowi app. So I'll highlight those issues, then possibly get to cover today. Let me share this. So this is the code base. As we all know, I'm using anti-gravity to work on it. So I think a major issue, like I experienced different issue working on this. Also, there is something I would have loved to share. If I get to see my screenshots. Okay, let me share the screenshots to the stream. Let me share this screenshot. This is it. So this was when I was working on gigowi yesterday. Let me take it off. Should be at the top now. If you notice on the screenshot, right? Is this the issue? I was looking to show you guys. Yeah, you could see on the bottom right corner, like the AI is asking me to install, like the AI wanted to install Gen AI, or the agent wanted to install Gen AI. Meanwhile, I'm using Google's agent development kit, that's ADK. I specified it in the implementation plan, so you can see install Google AD, the package at Google/ADK. Google went through the implementation phase, and say Google, sorry, the AI agent went through the implementation phase and still decided to install Gen AI. I don't know why. And that was like the completely wrong approach. If I'm using Gen AI, it implies I have to manually control a lot of moving parts, I have to configure my tools, define how it behaves and all that. But with ADK, at least ADK is kind of clean the way it gets to configure tools that the AI works with and everything. It's kind of a bit cleaner. You guys trace what is going on. So I was now the one that had to manually go through the process and fix that issue. I think the same issue happened again with another implementation phase. The AI was doing something completely wrong. And basically, the whole idea is to emphasize the point of review your code whenever AI is generating it, especially when the agent generates it. Okay, sometimes the agent will work on something and come up with a fallback. Your application will be working, but you now notice that that was one of the issues I realized on the other app I was working on. Okay, you realize that the agent is falling back instead of throwing an error so that you as a developer will know something is wrong. If you accept it on the fly and try to be hasty about it without checking it, the agent will basically like come up with a fallback mock data that will just appear on the screen. You won't know that something went wrong. Okay, so the point I'm trying to emphasize is review your code. will save you a whole lot of stress. Okay. And another thing I did yesterday is I reworked the phase C, that is integration. So there were some issues I realized, and I had to like go through, brainstorm with the AI, and also prompt it to come up with a much better, much improved part C, that is phase 15. Initially, everything stopped at phase 17, but as you can see, it has been extended to phase 21. Okay, so all these phases are kind of like making sense. I read through it, make sure that the flow and the implementation idea is making sense. As you can see, town stack and the whole thing. Because the initial plan didn't account for sockets, or basically how we database stream from the back end to the front end. Okay, and some of those things, those few things. So I had to like ask the AI that okay, it's getting this whole thing wrong. Why implementing it? As for the phase B, I'm done with it. So the back end is quite ready. Yeah, and I think I had, thank God, I manually reviewed a lot of things. For example, in this payment area, it was using an app which that won't really work. That's how I had to fix it. And also, it did the AI agent created fallback data. So let's say the user payment didn't go through, you still see a mock UI, or there will be a positive response no matter what. And that's not how a system and application is supposed to behave. Okay, because this is like critical, especially the payment layer. That's how you make your revenue. That's how people get paid, and all that. So it's like critical. As for phase 11 and 12, I felt it won't be much of a hassle. So I just asked the AI to do this once without much I reviewed it, but what I reviewed majorly was okay, is this making sense? Just like I skimmed through the code. I didn't think about it too much. But this tracking agent and notification modules and payments, I was thinking about potential bottleneck. Specifically this notification module. It's quite confusing, but I was thinking of potential bottleneck. Thank God I was using a queue. So I think that's will offset a lot of things, whereby notifications would be blocking and all that. Because later on, notifications might integrate the user getting notification in their mailbox. That's potentially a feature that we add down the line, and it's something that you want the application to handle it well and in a more performant manner. Okay, so that's a summary of what I've been doing on gigowi, and what else again? I implemented it end-to-end testing of the backend to verify that okay, all the endpoints are working. I also realized I wanted this API from the backend to be V1, but AI needs that, so I had to come up with it in phase 15. So there should be a prefix V1. So potentially when the platform keeps going on, there are more improvements made, and we get to V2, we recognize the API is different potentially, like down the line, and things like that. So up next, I'll be working on phase 16, integrating the whole thing together and tying the whole platform together. So I plan on tying the whole thing together phase 16, 17, and this is a critical point, this part C. I have to verify everything I'm doing here, making sure that the user experience is actually what I had in mind. Okay, but I'm quite glad that I've been able to like fix the backend, and the backend is actually working. Okay, so I'm also done with code. So that's a summary about gigowi, and myla. I was actually working on myla today. This is it. It's quite currently running. So I'm trying to fix some things here, especially around the smart contract, so that we deploy it again. Yeah. So at this point, I think that will be all for the stream today. That's 10 minutes. It will be much. I told you today's sad. So yeah, that's it. So have a lovely day ahead. Hope you have a lovely